Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Drake. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I am going to be continuing on my journey to do some stuff. Where are we at the tournament? I need to go do Dragon's Lair. I'm sorry that I had to go off to do stuff today, but I did. I'm going to be doing stuff involving, Dragon's Lair. We're going to start actually with some Magic Cape. For obvious reasons. Because it's about to close in 15 minutes. How is my Discord going? Alright, steal her buff, block it, nuke. Yeah, you're not getting anywhere. Yep, you're not going anywhere. Giving me some juicy potions. But I need them more, I think, for the other account. Unfortunately, the other account is not as efficient as this one is at farming it. So yeah, we're going to be doing it on the other account, I think. And then doing more Dragon's Lair on that. I'm back. Right. Buy a shard. So, where do we want to go? Yes, Magic Keep. We're obviously going to want some potions. Yes, sorry. Potions. Because I'm going to need them to do the Broadmaw fusion, at least of this variety. We're going to do them for the Broadmaw fusion. Because I've decided that I'm actually going to do the Broadmaw fusion. I have decided. There we go. Well, where we don't go, but at least we got that out of the way. Because I've gotta do this so that I gotta immediately do a boatload of Dragon's Lair and then start leveling. Because I want to prove that I'm going to go for the fusion, that I'm not just like saying that emptily. Because I had to do a lot today, unfortunately. Like, we have to do it another day if we run out of resources, so be it. We're generally going to want to get rid of her soldiers. Getting her under control is going to be important. It's going to be a bit difficult because we're going to have to land block buffs. We do not have... The reason I'm doing it on this account is I already get enough potions on the other one because I have Madame Ceres to violate this boss. I do not have the same luxury on this account. Can you not have that so loud, please? Please. I beg of you. No! Get it to shut up. Please. What the hell are you doing? I can't have my viewers listening to that. Rubbish. Okay. Keep fighting that. Yeah, we gotta keep going with the potions. Unfortunately, there is some stuff going on today. I had to do a lot of effort today. And it wasn't easy, but we got a lot out of it. I got a cabinet, a whole bunch of other stuff. Had to go retrieve my coat from trying to get the thing. Look at that stuff. Oh, he still does it. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Just enough to ruin my scheme, man. That's why Madame Ceres is so useful versus this boss. She just bypasses the whole problem. That's the reason. There we go. There we go. Now we're flowing in the potions. My main purpose of this is to make sure I have the magic potions. That's the main purpose. And I only have 13 minutes to do it. So if I want to do it, I have to act fast. And I'm only going to do it on here because, like I said, when you have the ability to speed farm this keep, like with Madame Ceres, you tend to need these potions less than if your account is not set up to speed farm it. Once you have Madame Ceres developed, you can speed farm this keep. Because you have the ability to completely violate her buffs once you get Madame Ceres built out with enough accuracy. That's the bitter truth of it. That is the bitter truth. Get that. That decreased speed. Heart Seeker to decrease the turn meter. Increase those duration of those buffs. Because you want to get to the point where the shield cannot go up. Get that healing reduction. See, once she's got on that rotation, I'm going to increase the debuff duration of that. I mean, yeah, you're going to want to increase the block buffs. Once you get the block buffs on a target, if you have a vizier, you will want to increase that duration by a lot. As you can see here, We're going to be hunting for multiple different types of potions. Because, yeah, I have to cut to the quick because of specific problems involving having to do other non-game related things, like getting furniture and stuff. I did explore Best Buy. We were looking for what was going on with Windows 11. Yes, and also what's going on with Microsoft Office and Minecraft, because I want to pick up Minecraft again and I'm having issues doing so. Generally, you do not want these soldiers around. Because you don't want to give her any aid, is the main dealio here. You don't want, once this shield expires or you knock her turn meter back, you generally do not, and I repeat, you do not want her buffs coming back. Yeah, burn's good. Because you do produce a kind of a lockout, but it's not the same as the other one. I can't provoke her, unfortunately. I can make it so she can't do that buff thing. I can decrease her turn meter and then go again. I can do that. But I can't actually steal her buff. I can increase the block buff so she can't ever repair her shield again, but I can't straight up take it. That's the thing. That's the difference. I can't straight up take the buff. And that's why I need Ugo. As much as you're like, what? Why do I need Ugo for? I don't have a Mortu Macabre to block buffs on an area of effect basis. I have a single target with Vizier, but that single target won't cut it versus Valk Waves. Just will not cut it versus Valk Waves at all. Just will not. So that's why I need someone like Ugo to do that glorious job. Ugo is like the poor man's version of Madame Ceres. Madame Ceres is obviously better than Ugo, but I do not have such a champion. So I'm going to have to resort to using Ugo. She'll also help me in faction wars, at least, and also she will help me as the buff remover, at least until I get my special champion of Madame Ceres. Madame Ceres is incredibly difficult to get, and I'm very fortunate to even have her even 200 days in on the other account. One day, I may also get a Man-Eater, and one day, I might get a Lega, a Void Legendary. You never know. You never know, because I've yet to get a Void Legendary on any account. Unless you count Reliquary Tender as a Void Legendary, which she obviously isn't. We're going to want Coldheart just to do the max health damage, obviously. See, the one thing that's advantageous is that his block buffs, on bosses at least, manifests itself by a lot. And then we can drop the turn meter. And that's where the lockout comes in. Is it locks her out. Because between the poison, well, the heal reduction, block buffs for multiple turns, and turn meter control, she really can't, you know, run of the mill of the place, if that makes any sense. She's not as restricted as the Madame Saris team, but she's reasonably restricted of what she can do. Reasonably. It's enough for now. Now, it'll be even better when I can do Ugo, obviously, because that'll do it on all wave content. We'll just do it on this one. I don't feel comfortable with that. Okay, the dungeon's locked. So we're going to look at what we got for daily login rewards. Not bad. We got an ancient shard. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with doing the daily quest, obviously. Yeah, we're going to start with the daily quest. We are going to harvest the first part, and we're going to start preparing the fusion materials for Broadmaw. That's what we're going to be doing, because that was not an empty threat. That was not an empty threat, and I'm going to prove it right now. I'm gonna prove it by starting the process. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by looking for fusion materials while leveling materials for Broadmaw. Now, we are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to think about what include vault. We're going to look for Broadmaw fusion materials. So, we're going to start with the rares that I've been ignoring for Broadmaw. One of them is him. So we're going to start with leveling him. We're also going to level some other fusion materials for Broadmaw. I know this sounds stupid, but just trust me. And we're also going to level him as well. Yeah, we're going to be leveling a number of fusion materials with my Coldheart. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm also doing it because I know Valerie is good for a variety of purposes, fusions, etc. She's just a good champion in general if we get her. We didn't, but it's fine. I mean, I need to keep it going. So how are you guys doing today? Like and subscribe if you like the videos. I work very hard on them. We're going to be leveling my fusion materials for Broadmaw. This might be the first time you've seen Bloodhorn in game. He is actually a dupe of mine. But I've never actually bothered to use him. He is literally moldered in my vaults since basically time began. Well, not time began, but for a long time, okay? Ever since I've gotten him from the tag arena and everything, I've just had him in my vault. He's just been sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And now, for the first time in living memory, I am actually taking him out and taking an interest in doing the fusion. Yes, for Broadmaw. I've actually decided to do it. While looking for more fusion materials. And I also have to ascend, obviously. Whatever fusion materials I can. And also do Dragon Tournament. There we go. Keep it going, keep it rolling. Because I need to get this guy to level 20. So then I can start leveling up to rank 3. I have to remember not to feed him again. Because that's what I was doing. That's why I never fused Broadmaw before. Was because I kept feeding the Brute. And I kept feeding the... I may have said this before. But yeah, I kept feeding my fusion champs. Literally. Especially, in particular, Brute and Hardscale. I kept feeding... Like the rest I had. Brute and Hardscale. I kept feeding them. And I got them back, obviously. As you can see, why I'm saying I'm preparing for Broadmaw Fusion, I basically have the materials needed for Broadmaw Fusion. I just need to actually level them up now. Yes. Level them and ascend them. And then once I level and ascend them, we should be able to get... the Broadmaw Fusion done finally, and also get Coldheart to 60. Oh, it's one of those. Let's see. Let's do 4 artifact attempts first. Try to make sure before I progress in campaign. Also looking for rosin ingredients, and eventually a raider if I can get it. Or, well, raider for this one. I'm going to be upgrading her artifact first, because eventually I want to give my precious Gal Longbraids some better gear so she can start smacking better in my Faction Wars team. My quest was bugged on that too. Is Delta talking? No. Okay. I'm going to continue on sewers. What affinity is he? Okay, he's magic affinity. I just wanted to check. We're not going to be upgrading Taragi just yet because I'm actually doing the fusion. Because, see, Delta's doing the fusion, so I'm going to do the fusion because I'm not going to be outdone on that element. Not when the fusion is directly within my grasp. Like that's just stupidity. Okay, I stoop low, but I'm not gonna stoop that low. So yeah, I'm not gonna stoop that low. But yeah, I'm gonna be starting to get towards the Broadmaw Fusion, which I think it's going to be worth it. It's also going to get rid of one of my dupe Bloodhorns. Because I'm not really going to use Bloodhorn for anything else, to be honest. Because he's actually... Besides the fusion, he's basically rubbish. Besides the fusion. I kid you not. He is practically rubbish. So, yes. We're going to be fighting our way through Skullsworns, who, again, besides the fusion, are probably... You don't want them on your team. They're not the worst thing, though. They're probably better than Bloodhorn. The one you really don't want is Troglodytes. You really don't want those on your team. Unless Troglodytes are part of a fusion that I don't know about, then yes, develop them for the fusion. But other than that, they are rubbish. Straight rubbish. The sewers is a very interesting aesthetic. Kind of like it. It's got the... Even his ally Protect is weak. Compared to Vergus, his ally Protect is weak. Bloodhorn's ally Protect is just bad. Like, I don't know. The reason I'm including Coldheart is hopefully she can reach 60 today. So I can really start to gear her up. Get into full try-hard gear mode. Yeah, full try-hard gear mode. Because that's what I'm going to need to get Coldheart on par. Because usually my mind only goes into full gear you properly try-hard mode when a champion reaches 60. Once champion reaches 60, there's like a thing in my brain that triggers where it's like, can you...
Sorry, I'm just putting this here. Putting all the stuff in.
Right. Of course. Trying to record stuff, man. I don't need people talking about weird stuff that's not accepted in the community. I don't need that. Okay. I am going to continue my quest to deal with these lizard men, to actually promote a lizard man, which is a really ironic coincidence. Going to continue on to the Lizard King. And keep going. And along the way, we might get fusion materials for a lot of different purposes. There we go. Let's keep going. All of this will become clear as to why we're doing this. This will all become very clear very soon. I just have to prepare it to the exact specifications. Because there's specific specifications that I have to prepare each fusion champion before I can make Broadmaw. In the meantime, I'm trying to get my Coldheart to 60. In the same breath. So then my Coldheart can undergo the third degree of leveling. The leveling to the third degree. I hear the Rotmen. I hear them. They're weird in the mind. So yeah, we're going to be starting the fusion process. Yes. Yes. We are going to be assembling the Broadmaw. Prepare the Broadmaw. Fight the campaign. Prepare the Broadmaw. This will be the first champion assembling fusion I think I've ever done. Like the regular champion fusion instead of a fragment summon. I think I've assembled in a very long time, actually. There we go. We'll be ranking him up soon. So yeah, we're going to be preparing the components. Trying to think what components do I need exactly. I have to look at it again. We're definitely preparing. What's that soldier dude? Okay, no, hard scale. We're definitely preparing hard scale and that soldier dude. That guy. That I didn't throw out, thankfully. Or that would have made this a lot harder if I didn't have one in my vault. Because I decided to spare one of the soldier guys that are normally food into the vault. And I'm glad I did because I now have him for that fusion. And there we go. Yeah, we're going to continue our rampage. Trying to get each of them in the exact shape that I need them in. We have to figure out the exact ascensions and stuff, but I'm starting to level first the main pieces using regular campaign. I will be leveling them off screen in addition. I'm just showing my normal prep. I have some gems, so we need them for energy. I have them. I'll also be doing, maybe I should just go do the 5 arenas to give me energy and then resort to, nah. Maybe. Because again, I don't know, like, I can do a bit of both actually, because I'm going to need a fair amount of energy because I'm looking for other fusion components. I'm not just doing this fusion. I'm also preparing for the next fusion. Eventually, if I can get Raider on here, I can fuse Rosin Scarhide, which will be absolutely tremendous. The other one, I need to go farm some other champs from other areas of campaign, and then I need a Penitent. You'd be surprised how hard it is to find both Penitent and Raider on the same account, but I am having issues with that for some reason. Yes, sirree, I am actually having issues with that, so I'm going to be first sticking to the fusion that I have all the ingredients for. Yes! But Penitent and Raider, I don't know what it is about those champs. It's coming hard to find them. You can't just farm them from campaign. You have to find them randomly from a shard. Heartseeker. Increases speed. Oh, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Okay, we're making some good progress. Yeah. Just in time. Because, yes, I am... I need more mystery shards. Or more space, more like. I have plenty of mystery shards. I just didn't realize it. Okay, 3-7. Okay, let's move on to this. We will be leveling these other champs, but my priority is to make the next 60. along with forging the fusion. Because the fusion is going to be big. Because I want to time my fusion for when Delta is doing his fusion. Because I've been ignoring this fusion too long for my Lizardman Wars. I really have. I've been ignoring it. Even though I practically had all the materials right under my nose this entire time, and I didn't realize it. They're like, did you have a Huntress? What about Bloodhorn? I'm like, no, it's worse. I've been feeding the materials, 2 of the materials. Because the thing was, I knew that Bloodhorn and Huntress were special, so I never bothered to feed them. I overlook, like, see, here's the thing. I don't overlook rares, ironically. I look over uncommons. Uncommons is the champion I overlook, except for, there's a couple of exceptions. Armiger, Saurus, and Shield Guard are the only ones I don't overlook, and now Outrider. But now I've added these new champions to my roster of champions I'm not going to overlook. Because little do we all know, they're actually used for something. Yes, they are actually used for something. So right now, I'm just leveling the fusion materials, having them fight it out with the Dark Elves now. It's ironic that the Coldheart is now finally fighting the Coldheart and climbing towards her final destination, which is to become 60. That's her final destination. Unfortunately, that also means her gear is going to have to go a rapid overhaul. I'm going to start with 16ing her current gear, but also getting better gear for her, because her gear is not in good shape. And that's a fact. So, yes. Bloodhorn is nearly prepared for the fusion. Yes. And another reason you want to do all these levels is you want to see if any fusion materials pop up. Because a lot of farmable rares are in fusion materials. So you do not want to overlook that. Because I have done that way too often. Left to right. Perfect. These boots are rubbish. So we're going to fight the dragon. And guess what? If all goes to plan soon, Coldheart will reach 60. And it will be a major moment for this account. Major. Major moment for this account. Man, the dragon's pissed. So this is what this guy does. Intercede and reduces accuracy. That's painfully bad. Alright. So, yeah, that is painfully bad to watch. Yeah, we're going to be getting her to 60 before we start to shove in more components of the Broadmaw fusion. Because I actually have a lot of the components. Oh yeah, she's part of it as well, but I have to first shove in hard scale. He's part of the Vaultborn. You know how they talk about Vlad the Vaultborn? Well, there's hard scale the Vaultborn. Like there's a lot of these are Vaultborns. Bloodhorn the Vaultborn. Like there's a lot of them that are just like sitting there in the vault doing literally nothing. A lot of them. And it's more true for this account than any other account I own. That there's like just a whole bunch of champions just sitting in the vault doing nothing. Yes! She reaches 60! Let's go! Let's go. Yes, let's go. I finally have it. Now I just have to refine her gear and later on give her ascension. But refining her gear is going to be the big part. Well, I think she's part of the fusion, so I'm going to be including her. Yes. Going for that. Do that. And then collapse all of them with a Valley of Death. There we go. Oh, yes. Hard scale is now that. Yeah, we're leveling these up. And, what are we trying to remember what else goes with the fusion that I'm missing? Who... As I know I have a lot of the fusion materials, but I have to remember exactly who is in the fusion. And some of them are like surprising characters. Like I think this guy's in the fusion. I don't know how many times I fed him. I still had 5 copies of him after feeding all of them. After feeding, I still had like 5 copies. That's how many copies I have of him. Like, even though I fed the majority of the copies, I had 5 left over. I wasn't going to feed Bloodhorn because I had to fuse him anyway. And then I got him randomly, so then I had a dupe. I had a dupe of him. And I guess this is where I can throw the dupe. This is where I can throw my dupe. Yes, sorry. But of course, it wouldn't be an episode without me doing something else crazy. Cause we gotta keep it rolling. Keep these people rolling through the Broadmaw fusion technique. I gotta figure out exactly what ranks they all need to be. Whether there needs to be any level 40s or is level 30 enough. And then from there, we should be able to fuse Broadmaw. And then from there, I can at least be on even terms with Delta now with that. In terms of champion progression. Of something I can control. Because I can't control what champions he pulls. That's the thing. I can't control what champions Delta pulls. He could pull anything. Like tomorrow morning, he could pull a man-eater or anything. Like he already proved he can do that by getting Seeker. I have no idea what's going to happen next with that. He could pull anything. So I'm just going to try to do the thing that I know that I can do. Something that it is more easier for me to do than to pull some exotic champion like Seeker. Because Seeker is incredibly valuable and exotic. Yes. So we're going to do this. And then go for the Valley of Death just to try to make sure. And from there, we're going to extract our 1 elixir here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got something? We did. 100k silver. I'll take that any day. Because yes, I have to continue to forge the fusion materials. Yes. We're going to go back to Felwyn's. We're going to go do the boss now. And we are going to progress to make the Broadmaw. And yes, there's Elhain in here, but Elhain was the original farmer in here anyway. I know you guys are not going to like that, but that's the reality of the matter. I will eventually develop my Kale to be an equal with my Elhain, but right now they are not equals because of the upgrades. In terms of campaign at least this version of campaign. Okay, good. We developed him. Let's see here. So, I wonder if we need Channeler for this fusion. I don't know. I can check. Those are my dupe Kales. Say hello. He is definitely on the develop list. But he isn't the only one. This little guy is. And so is my my Dampier. I know I have a Dampier here somewhere that was fully ascended. Well, not fully ascended. 3rd ascension. Max ascension for her rank. Because I know Dampier's involved in this. I know that. I know for a fact that Dampier is involved. I also know there's a fusion champ in here as well. I know this is a weird theme, but just trust me on this one. It's a theme. Because I got to continue the fusion material glory, if you will. Do that. We're going to keep going up to the 6th stage here. Getting a lot of mystery shards, which we will need, by the way. Because we will end up pulling these 10 at a time for more fusion materials, like Penitent or Raider. This one, it's going to be Raider, because I have Penitent, surprisingly, on here. I wish, like, Penitent was a farmable or for a times 10 event. Because believe it or not, I would actually pull for a times 10 event with Raider on it. Because I want Raider for that Rosin Scarhide fusion. Raider and Penitent. I would actually pull for that, believe it or not. Believe it or not. But those garbage champs are trash. I'm like, it's not what they are. It's what they fuse to become is why I would pull for that. Because they're the champs you can't get in campaign. That's why increased probability of them would be so valuable. And that's a fact. That is a fact. Now, if you thought I was going to not end this off with a bang, you are mistaken, my liege. Because we are going to end this off with a bang. We're going to end this off with a bang when I get to the... After we finish this stage, we're going to end this off with a bang. And you're like, what is the bang? Well, you'll see. So, first off, I have to review who are the fusion materials in this again, because there's a fair number of them. And a fair number of them I've mistaken for food multiple times, so it's not like it's easy to spot them. I know I have them all assembled, but I don't know what degree. You know, I'm just going to turbo farm these two. Get them to max. Like, just get them to max. Well, not max, but get them to where, like, the max level for their rank, I mean. Not to max level, period. That's what we did to Coldheart. But we're not going to take them to max level, like, period, because they are for a fusion. Okay, so when I said I was going to end it off with a bang, I wasn't joking. So the bang goes like this. We're going to do Dragon's Lair. This time, this will be the first one she does that's full level 60. Let's see how this affects it. I mean, I am going to get her better gear, level her up her gear. It's just she's finally matching the rest of them in levels, which is really neat. And I'm happy about that. We will have to repair her gear, though, because now that she's equal in 60, the only thing she has left 100% is the gear. There is nothing left but to upgrade the gear. Literally nothing left. So that's what I absolutely have to do now. It's now my sworn duty to give her better gear, because the attack damage from her levels is definitely maxed. That part has been achieved. Check. Alright, so we're going to do a dragon. Like I said, we're doing a dragon. And we're going to do one more thing, although this is probably not going to be a surprise to anyone, for clan activity reasons. And also, in other news, the Hydra boss is coming, which is going to be really fun for everyone involved. Well, actually, not really, because I'm the one with the perfect veil champs. I've got the Vizier Ninja that's going to work great versus Hydra. Delta's going to have problems because the Hydra boss doesn't respond well to poison. I don't want to say that, but I've learned about it. It does not respond well to poison. He's not going to like that, because one of his best champions, and one of the best champions in the game, Uragrim, relies on poison. And it's great for a normal clan boss, not great for this boss. So, yeah, it's a bit awkward mentioning that boss, actually, because it has that terrible attribute. Because yes, he has a great poison team, and I'm not gonna take that away from him. But this is one of the only ones that's better with HP burn and with the perfect veil than the boss. Yeah. There we go. Oh, and a nice piece too. And one more thing before we go. Guess where we're going? If you guessed the termite, you are correct! Yay! We're fighting the termite! Oh, yes! The termite is back! Yes! Yes, the amazing, the phenomenal, the glorious termite! Yes, the termite! He's weird in the mind. He's got powers. It's the termite. Whoa, the termite. Yeah. We're messing with him today, guys. We're using the Vizier tech. Yeah, the Vizier tech. The increasing the poisons infinitely tech. Yes. Yes. Which will act and increase HP burn infinitely too. So it's not just poison. It'll be useful versus the Hydra. Because whatever debuff you got, Vizier will infinitely extend it to Kingdom Come. Yep. Infinitely extend it. Yep. Yeah, we're going to want to increase the duration. The Great Termite. Oh, yeah. We got the leech on him. Oh, he has the leech. He has the leech. He has the leech. Yes. The leech. He has the leech. Yes. He's got that leech. And he's weird in the mind. He's gonna do some nasty stuff. Oh no. He resisted. That's bad. He's going toward the rock, and soon he will have 3 heads. Or at least one of them will have 3 heads. I don't have the details. Not really. I know there will be 3 heads that are going to be a problem. I've heard the lore. I don't know how he's going to suddenly sprout 3 heads. But sure. Sure, game. Sure he is. There we go. He's taking a bunch of damage. Every turn he takes, he's going to take a boatload of damage. Okay. Oh, please. Alright, so it's around turn 20, I think, that we're going to have to start using his Perfect Veil. Because I don't want him punched at that point. That's when he's going to take massive damage. Well, at least he's landed his decreased attack, so I can increase that 5 turns. At least. And keep increasing it. Because 8 turns of burn is going to calculate into what? What is 8 turns of burn going to calculate into? I wonder if I want to put Guardian Gear on both of them. For the ultra protection. Because I'm thinking that would be pretty bloody good. That would be pretty bloody good. I think I'm going to go put the Vizier up. Because I have a feeling that he's going to be in danger. My Vizier is in danger. So that's why I'm doing that. The reason I'm trying to do this whenever Vizier feels threatened is because I don't want Vizier randomly dying. Like that. The second his buff is up, we're going to put it on him. Because I don't need him dying early in the fight. Because his job is to make these burns last for like 5 million years. That's what his job is. So I'm going to use that turn to keep him under the veil. So that he can continue to spread misery on the termite. Because that's his main job. Because here's the thing. These other guys are not as essential to this whole team as the Vizier is. Because the Vizier... The Vizier is what keeps these poisons going on massive haywire. See? That's why I'm trying to keep him alive as long as possible with the perfect veil thing. Because the clan boss never targets the guy with the perfect veil. Don't ask me why, but he just doesn't. That's the essence of the setup. Is that these two start the buffs and Vizier finishes the buffs. That's the essence of it. Okay, since he has died, Vergus is just going to try to stall and get as much of those burns off, like those burns to combust, as humanly possible. Okay, 8.75 million. That's generally how that comp is supposed to go. Generally speaking. Generally. These are good food as well. And that's it. Until next time, like and subscribe, and I will see you all later with more Broadmaw Fusion.